Hey, what's up guys? It is me, SteveRandom here for another video. I know I've been inconsistent recently and I've said I would be uploading more vids, but I know you guys don't want to hear about that right now. So I'm just going to get into the video. I got a chance to film today and I have 5 fragrances that I will never stop recommending. I know this thing has been going around recently, or not even recently. I'm kind of late actually. I've just seen it go around and I've figured why not make my own list of 5 fragrances I'll never stop recommending. And to be honest guys, I didn't put much thought into this video. I just randomly picked 5 fragrances from my collection that I would say just keep coming to my mind whenever I recommend a fragrance to anybody. If someone's new to fragrances and they're looking for a fragrance to buy, I'm like, get that fragrance. Or if they're experienced and they want to get a different fragrance that they might like, I'm sure these 5 will definitely fit that category. So if you're looking for anything, whether it's new, whether you already have it and you like it, I'm here just to recommend something that I'll never stop recommending in the near future. So let's get into it. So to start things off, we have a pretty normal fragrance, nothing really too crazy about it, apart from the fact that it works in any situation, anytime, any place. This one is Prada Lompe. Now you can see how low the juice is on this bad boy. It is because you can literally wear it anywhere you'd like. Doesn't matter, office, class, out to just on a regular day, just anytime, anywhere. It works anytime. Doesn't disappoint. It gets compliments. It lasts long. It smells good. There's just so many positives about this fragrance that I can't stop recommending it. It does last about probably 6 to 8 hours, I would say. So a good average, regular work day. It receives compliments because it smells so pleasant that you can't really say no to it. Most of the people that I've ever encountered while wearing this fragrance do like it. So it has a very positive rate, and it's one of those fragrances that I'll never stop recommending just because of how positive it is and how easy it is to just reach for and wear it to wherever you want. Next up, I got a fragrance that's more of the seductive type of fragrance, more for the casual date night, maybe more intimate interactions between, maybe you on a date, maybe something like that, whatever it is. But this one I would see more for a fragrance to never stop recommending if you want the other person to say, oh my God, you smell so sexy, or you smell so good. This one is Givenchy by Play Intense, or Play Intense by Givenchy. I really messed that up. But this fragrance, I'm sure you guys have heard of. I'm sure you guys have known for a while. It has been reformulated, and the way to know is because the new design doesn't have a play button and a skip and a backwards, whatever it is. I can post a picture of how the old formulation looked on the screen just to compare it to this one. As you can see, this one is the new formulation. And it still doesn't disappoint. I mean, obviously, it doesn't last as long, which is kind of disappointing. But essentially, the fragrance itself and the scent is phenomenal. It smells seductive. It smells sexy. It's like a mixture of coffee beans, and I don't know how it works, but it just works so well in terms of being that type of intimate fragrance that you could wear on a date or a night out. It definitely won't stand a chance versus stronger fragrances, but in terms of smell and sexy, it definitely wins, and that's why I'll never stop recommending this fragrance. And just from my experience, next up, this fragrance does better with an older crowd, so more mature women, more older women, still young, but I'm saying just from my experience, I'm 20, so I usually tend with this fragrance to get compliments from older females that are maybe 30, maybe 25, maybe definitely older than me though. It doesn't really spark any tension with any college girls, which is kind of disappointing because that's where I'm at right now. But it definitely does spark attention from older women. So this fragrance is Acqua di Gio by Giorgio Armani, and this is the Parfumo version. It is a lot better than the original because the original is kind of outdated. I mean, it was bestseller for a while, but it's kind of become a very well-known DNA. This one kind of takes that DNA and makes it a little bit more masculine, a little bit more dark, a little bit more just of a well-rounded fragrance and not just a citrus blast of whatever, bergamot and all that stuff. This one, I think, is a very nice fragrance if you're looking for just something to wear sometime during the night, it really works anytime, but I just figured, just from my personal experience, older women tend to like it more than the younger crowd. So if you're, a student in college, maybe don't go for this one unless, you really just like it and you want to wear it, because you're not always looking for compliments. So this one's great for just any time, any place, and that's why I'll never stop recommending it. And it just does well, but just to me, not as good in the younger crowd. Acqua di Gio Parfumo by Giorgio Armani. Next up, we're moving to the big boy, the one that's been featured on a lot of my videos, and this one just doesn't disappoint. You guys have seen it win plenty of battles before in my previous videos, and if you guys have watched them, then you would know what I'm about to bring up. This one's Paco Rabanne Invictus, or Invictus by Paco Rabanne. I can't really say much for this fragrance because if I say too much, people are going to be like, oh my god, it's so synthetic, whatever. It is synthetic. I get that idea. I get the idea of it smelling too sweet and it smelling too fake. But if people and girls like it, why not wear it, So this is why I love this fragrance. I do love it for its scent. I'm not just going for compliments here. But if it's something I love in terms of how it smells, but it also does well when I interact with different females or different people, I'll take it. There's a nice jet flying outside, so I might have to wait for that. This is a problem with filming videos during the day. But Paco Rabanne Invictus is just another one I'll never stop recommending. And you guys know that I just love this fragrance. No matter how negative the feedback is that it gets, it still is one of my top fragrances. And I wouldn't say top based on how beautiful and artistic the fragrance is, because it definitely isn't beautiful. It just smells like a sweet bubblegummy fragrance that's synthetic and smells definitely, I agree, kind of fake, but it does the job and it gets me compliments. And even if I'm not looking for compliments, I know I smell good just because this fragrance smells so mass appealing and so sweet that ladies tend to like it. So in Paco Rabanne Invictus is another one I can never stop recommending. And moving on to the last fragrance that I've been bringing up quite a bit in my last few videos, and it's not because I want to hype this fragrance up or whatever. It really is because over time, as I've been using it, I've just realized it is like one of my favorite fragrances, and it just does so well that this might be the fragrance I will never stop recommending. If somehow those other 4 fragrances I stop recommending, this next one I never will stop recommending unless it gets reformulated and just gets destroyed in terms of longevity, in terms of some negative thing that happens to it. But for now, it's doing positive and it just does fantastic things. This one is Parfums de Marly Percival. Now, if you guys know about fragrances, I'm sure you guys do. You guys know this fragrance does smell very similar to Mont Blanc Legend, It smells similar to Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce, and those are a lot cheaper than this fragrance. But if you have the money to, and it's not even that much compared to other more expensive niche fragrances. This one's about like $190, $180 that you can find it for. I definitely do recommend it. Instead of buying Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce, which is like $85 maybe. I know it's like half the price, but still, like, if you can just double that and buy this fragrance, I definitely do recommend it. Otherwise, Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce does work. It smells very similar to this, but there's just something about this fragrance and what it has that automatically, when I put it on and I'm around some girl I'm trying to attract or something, that this girl's attracted to me, she definitely does compliment this fragrance, and it's just weird. And I'm being honest with you guys, like, this fragrance does not disappoint, because I've just had plenty of experiences before that people have just complimented this fragrance, and I don't really get that much with other different fragrances that smell like this. Because I've tried Mont Blanc Legend, and it just doesn't last as long, and Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce does last long in that, but there's just not that spark to it towards the mid and the end of the fragrance that keeps it going, versus this one just stays going. For some reason, it just is in the air. Even like 6-7 hours after you spray it, it's still very present. And Parfums de Marly Percival is the last fragrance I'll never stop recommending. So that's been it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know I'm kind of late to this trend, but I did want to share 5 fragrances that I'll never stop recommending. I know this was a tag video too, and I didn't get tagged, but I can just throw myself in, like, who cares really. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, let me know down in the comments below. Peace.